So first, this is a PERT and CPM. PERT stand for Program Evaluation and Review Technique, and CPM stand for Critical Path Method. Now these both methods are used in project management for scheduling and management of any project. It may be any construction project or any other project. It may be used in any type of projects to properly track that project, that how it goes with time, and how it use the resources and the time cost, everything it includes in these methods. But which one is used mostly and what is the difference between these two? Now we'll discuss the most basic differences between these two. So first, PERT is normally used and for the projects which is non-repetitive projects. Non-repetitive projects, those projects which are not normally repeated and are not certain. Second, you can say not certain. You are not certain that on which what is the last date that it should be finished, and you don't know about, and you don't have any information regarding this project because and it may be the first time you start any project or any because it is mostly used in the research and development, research and these type of projects, research projects. So you are not certain that on which date it can be finished and what ways maybe and which activities it will be involved. So you are not confirm about these type of activities and any type of these data. So that's why this type of project is called PERT, Program Evaluation and Review Technique. And but in the same case, these projects are repetitive. Like most, you can see the construction project, they are mostly repetitive, and you are familiar with the activities, that which activities will come first and which activity will become next, predecessor and successor. All these activities you know about it. I have uploaded the videos about Primavera, and which we have uses these methods to schedule any project. So, and the second one is not certain, but it is certain. You know the end date. Mostly it can be delayed with any type of accidental any such events that can be delayed, but mostly it is repetitive and it is certain that this project will be finished in that much time. And this is the third one is a research project, but it is normally not you can say any project. It is repetitive and can be used normal or usually you use for construction and other organizational projects. So it may be normal projects in construction or any organizational projects, but it is normally a research projects you are not certain about. So these are the some basic differences between PERT. There may be other differences, but we will and the fourth one I have to mention the fourth one, which it is normally based on we prepare the this schedule of these activities based upon events. We consider the events, and in this it is based upon and activities. It is normally depend upon an activities, and it is based upon in events. So what is events, activities? We will discuss it in the example in this video. You will know about this. And so in both methods we will interested in the critical path. So which one is the critical path that we have to receive, so that we can follow that path, so that our project cannot be delayed without any unconditional reasons. So that's why this is both the basic differences. I think you can understand these things. Now we will solve the problems, and also I will show you the what is late start late finish time. So let's discuss. So now we will discuss about the early start and early finish, late start, late finish. So you can understand that by an example. So we'll take an example here. So first we will take an activities. This is activity A, which can be finished in 6 days, and there is another activity which can be which is B, and it can be finished in 10 days, and there is another activities which will also start after the A, and this is activity C, and it can be finished in 5 days. So these are the activities. You can name these activities like this is a excavation and a construction, and this is a brickwork, and this is the foundation, and all these types you can name these things. So this is normally these days, this is the activities. You can say this is the activities like 6 days it will take, and these are the events. So these are the events that we have written in the circle, and these are the arrows. You can say it as a activity. And now after B there will be, after B and C, and now D activities can be start, and after it will take up to 7 days, and there is another activity it will start after C, D, E, which will take of 5 days. So, and there is another activities which is also start after F, and it will take about 8 days, and there is another activity also start. So, and another thing that I will turn to discuss, that this is the activity B, and for activity B this is the predecessor. A is the predecessor for activity B, and D is the successor for activity B. So the previous one is the predecessor, and the next one is the successor. So we always consider these things when we prepare a schedule and Primavera or in project management software. So you have to know about these terminologies. And F, and after this there is another activity which can be start of E, F, G, which will be last time to 10 days, and there is another activity we will be take it as a and H, and it will be last and 10 days, 12 days. So now we will assign the late start and late finish time, and forward direction, forward pass. You may have seen in the board, this is a forward pass. Early start and early finish, this is the forward pass for any to prepare this diagram. So now for first activity the early start and early finish time is 0, okay, and for the second one you can say, and the early start time as 6 days. The early start, this activity can be start after 6 days, because this is activity B, will take 10 days, but after 6 days these activities can be started. Okay, so and the when this activity finish activity A, and how much time it will take to finish activity A, it will take 6 days, which is written here. So early start time, these early start time ES is 6 in this case, and now you have to plus for early finish time, and which date it will be finished. Activity B will be finished, and you have to plus this 6 plus 10, 16, it will take 16 days total, because 6 days will be taken by activity A and 10 by activity B. So total it will take 16 days to finish an activity B and any project. And now we have to move here for early finish time, early start time for the here this is ES and there is EF here written here. This is the forward pass, we have to use the upward value, and for backward pass we have to use that let's start, let's finish. Now we will discuss in this video. And now here we will write the activity 5. The early start time is 6 days, because when it finish the activity A finish in 6 days, then we will start activity C. So, and 6 plus 5 11, total 11 days it will take to finish an activity C. And now we have to move to the another one. This is activity D will be taken 7 days, but now we'll consider the previous one. So the predecessor is the late finish time. We will take the late finish time by the activity B. Total time taken by activity B from the start to the this activity will be 16. So we will take the early finish time of activity B here, and the early start time of the successor. And now 16 plus 7 you have to consider that 16 plus 7, so you have to take it 23. Okay, so now here you can see activity E. Now we will, so 16 plus 5 here the early start time for early finish time for the activity C. So activity C to be finished before starting activity A. So early start time here, early start time for the activity A is 11. Here is 11 because activity C to be finished before in start to activity A. So early start time for the activity A is 11. 11 plus 5 is 16. And now for the activity F, I have to make it bigger so that now activity 8 will be taken 8 days. And now which one will we take an activity here? So you have to take the maximum of the early finish time of these two value, and you can see here we will take the early finish time of B. Here we will take the early finish time of C, but here there is two activities before F, so we have to take the maximum, because if you take the 16 days, then you 16 days you can you have to wait for before to finish these both D and E both activities before starting F. So you cannot take an early start date of days of the activity E. So you have to take the maximum values. So here we have to take this early finish time, you have to take consider the 23. So there is that 23, and to make it bigger. Okay, now 23 plus 8, that is 31. Okay, so now for activity G we have to take the successor, the predecessor early finish time 23 plus 10 33. And now we have to take the early finish time for these both activity to be finished before start in activity H. So you have to take the maximum value. So which one is the maximum? This is the maximum value 33, and the early finish time you have to plus that fell into so 45. Okay, so this is about the forward pass, you can see here. And now we have to move the backward pass. Let's start and let finish. So for the end activity, the let start and let finish will be same as early start and early finish. So you will take the same value 45 and 33 days, because the project will end after 45 days and the end activity will be started at 33 days. And now we will come here, I will remove this. So here you have to take the early start date of the late start date of the end activities 33 and 33 minus 8, because in a forward pass you have to add the values like 10 plus 16 10 plus 6 16, 7 plus 16 23, 10 plus 23 33. You have to add the values, but in the backward pass you have to minus the values from the late start and the activities. So 33 minus 8, there is the 25, and also here you have to take the end activities the same as 33, and 33 minus 10 23. Okay, so now here you have to take the values of 25 and 25 minus 5 20, and here you have to take the values from the early start and the late start. This is the late start and this is the late finish. So late start is here is the 23, and 23 minus 7 days, this is the activity days, the activities will be finished. So 23 minus 6 16, and here you have to and here I will these are two activities that the two successor after D which is to be started, like activity G and activity F. Those both activities has to be started after D and parallel to each other, and so you have to consider these both values that which one we have to take. So in this type of backward pass you have to take the minimum values, and forward pass you have to take the maximum values, because you do not have to delay the project. But in the backward pass you have to take the minimum values of these two. So let's start as 23. Okay, so and let's start here in activity F. Here is the 23, so you have to take the 23. But if there is a minimum value, so you have to take the minimum values if there is two successor for an activity. Okay, and now we will move to the next activity. Here there is the activity late start time. Here's the one activity, only one successor for activity C, so you have to take the 20 late start time, and select star and 20 minus 5 15 days. Okay, and now here you have to take the this for activity B and this for activity C. You will not be confused because I have made the diagram very congested. And 16, there's one activity successor for the activity B, so you have to take the late start time C, and 16 minus 10 you have to take the 6. Okay, and now we have to move the first, and here you can see there is both two activities start after A, so you have to consider these both activities, and I can show you so that you have to take the minimum values 15s, and here is the 15 and here is the 6. You have to take the 6 and 6 minus 6 0. Okay, so this is about the backward pass, let's start and let's finish, and this is about the forward pass. So now we will check. You have to minus the ES minus, this is the early start, and this is the early start, and this is the late start. LS minus ES. You have to use either this formula or you can use this one, LF minus and EF. Okay, so let's finish minus let's start. You have to consider these both values so that you can check that there is any slack or float in our which activities. So you have to check this by this formula. So you have to take the consider this one. So let's start and early minus early start, this minus this, and let's 0 minus 0, it will become a 0 value. There is no slack here. We have to find the slack. Okay, slack means that how much any activities can be delayed. We can delay in any project, and this you can see here, and then these you have to consider for each activities the early start and early finish. Now for this one, 6 minus 6 early late start, late finish. 6 minus 6 also 0, no slack. Okay, now for this one, this is, you can see 15 minus 6 and there is a slack, and 15 minus 6 there is a 9. So 9 days you can start these activities after A. So that this is the slack or float and activity. And now I will show you that which one is the critical path. And for now consider 20 minus 11, so this is also 9. And for here you can see 16 minus 0. We are using this formula. You can also subtract this one. And 23 minus 23 is 0. And here you can see 25 minus 23, 25 minus 23, there is 2. There is also slack, and there is 0, and here you have to 0. So now you can see here, this here we have to track the values, track the path, which is 0 slack. Okay, now this one, here the 0, there is the 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is the critical path. Okay, so this is the critical path method that we have to use. We have to choose that path that has 0 slack, that we cannot delay any project, because if you delayed any activity for any time for then the whole project will be delayed. So this is the critical path. That way you can find the critical path and any activities.
We have discussed an example, you can see here, and no activity on this path can be delayed, while the whole project is dependent on it, while there is no slack on this path.
Thank you. And if you still any question or any doubts regarding project management, or you want to make a video on any topic, then you can suggest me in a comment box. Thank you.